and as soon as he touches her hand, he becomes weightless, and they're able to fly off and go on adventures to the sky. So
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're diving into a heartwarming fantasy about friendship, courage, and the magic of believing. The name of the book is MARNA, Book 1, and it is written by a terrific author. His name is Jason Hauger, and he introduces us to David, a lonely young boy whose world changes forever when he meets MARNA, a mysterious girl with butterfly wings. Together, they embark on a breathtaking adventure filled with wonder, danger, and the timeless questions of love, loss, and letting go. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Mainspring Books for helping us put him on TV today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Jason, good to see you here today. Double thumbs up to you as well. You're looking great, my friend. Thanks for joining us.
good to see you as well. Just want to show off my little con badge here. I was ever marketing my book at the Anime Nebraska, having fun, going to all the different vendor tables, especially all the celebrity guests, and handing out free bookmarks for anybody who would take them. And it had my QR codes and information. And I also had a great time signing my bookmarks for the celebrity guests instead of having them sign for me. So it was kind of a fun community. Yes.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a great experience. I'm glad you're getting some exposure because this book is dynamite. How did you come up with the idea?
Oh, I came up with the idea when I was in the first grade. It was my first creative writing project. So it was a really long time ago. By the time I was done reading the small story, all my classmates had drawn pictures of Marna.
Wow.
And they handed me the pictures. I wish I could have saved them from that time, but it was like 40 years ago. So, you know, and later on as an adult, and I go to this wonderful dive trip to the island of Bonaire. And on the divey resort, they had all these tropical flowers, hummingbirds, and monarch butterflies specifically flying all over the place. And that's when I got the inspiration to start writing then and there. So I got my journal, just started doing the first draft, and it just flowed from there. And
Wonderful.
then I got credit to my test reader, and she was absolutely floored. Absolutely loved the book.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, this is book 1. Where do you see the series going? How many books do you envision?
Well, actually, after I finished the sequel and I read it to my test reader, I decided to publish the first book. You know, if I'm doing a sequel, I might as well just start publishing.
Yeah.
She said, "Oh my God, I love the story so much. You need to make this into a movie." And I was like, "Oh, well, thank you for believing in me."
That's great.
So, yeah,
Have you envisioned it as a film? Have you envisioned it as a movie?
I kind of, because as I'm writing it, I could see the visuals in my head.
Yeah.
And then even the music soundtrack was just coming to me. Like, what was this song in particular? Is called Golden Hour by Juke. It's JVKE, and it's just the way the piano flows in with the music lyrics. And then there's even a couple lines in the book where it talks about her eyes being radiant and her skin's like glitter, and she transforms back into a monarch butterfly. And this is in a sunset setting, so it's a real beautiful setting. And it's when they just met for the first time, and he's asking, "Am I going to see you again tomorrow?" And she's like, "I'll be waiting for you here tomorrow." And that's when she transforms to the butterfly and flies off into the sunset. And then he goes home, and he's so excited he can't even sleep.
I don't blame him. It is an exciting moment and a beautiful moment. Give the folks at home an overview of the story.
So basically, it starts off with the lonely boy David, and he is leaving the swimming pool. And when he goes outside on the side, there's some flowers, and there's a monarch butterfly. It's the only one of the year, and it's his mom's favorite. So he's going to go take his phone out, take a picture of it. And then right as he's about to take a picture of it, this bully comes over and snatches his phone away.
Hmm.
This bully's name is Gavin, and he's being a real jerk. He drops the phone, and then he threatens to hurt the butterfly. And he normally David doesn't stand up to his bully, but this time he does because he wants to protect that butterfly. So
Hmm.
he goes over and he pushes him out of the way. He falls into some bushes, so he can't do anything for a while. Then he gently cups the butterfly, runs home with the butterfly, and then when he gets home, he opens his hands, and the butterfly likes the warmth of his hands and won't leave. So he's got to coax the butterfly onto a bloom, and then that's when he's able to take his picture. And then as he's sitting there enjoying the moment, the butterfly, he falls asleep and takes a little nap in the yard. And then when he wakes up, there's a set of beautiful eyes staring at him.
Wow.
And that's when he's finally meets Marna for the first time. And when she stands up, she stretches out, her wings stretch out, and her antennas pop out and everything. And then that's when they introduce each other. And as soon as he touches her hand, he becomes weightless, and they're able to fly off and go on adventures to the sky. So you can imagine the cinematics of the sky scenes. How
Yeah.
he's flying, and all the houses and the cars look like ants, and it's just amazing time.
Yeah. Wonderful. It's so cinematic. I definitely see a movie out of this. I think Pixar or Disney could do something wonderful with it. And it's got great characters, great meanings, great stories, great locales, and a lot of beautiful fantasy as well. Talk to us about the butterfly and what it symbolizes throughout the book.
Well, the butterfly is um, I want to bring attention to monarch butterfly conservation awareness because sadly they are an endangered species and they could use our help. So
Hmm.
that was the main theme of it. And then, of course, the secondary main theme is about friendship and family and being able to forgive people that do wrong to you, but at the same time being able to let friends go because that's what happens in life sometimes. The friends that we meet that we get attached to, they have to move on and stuff like that. It doesn't mean they're gone for good. It's just they're, you know, they just
Yeah.
moved on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different stage in life. That's what happens. People come in and out of our lives for different reasons at different times, and sometimes without rhyme or reason, but they're always there for a moment in time that is perhaps special and pertinent. Where do you see book two going? You've already written the sequel, so you must know. So tell us a little bit about book two.
The book two is going to be called Kissed by Mantis. I also have a GoFundMe campaign on there. So if anybody donates $100, their name will be in the sequel
Wow.
for the acknowledgments. And then 200 gets them an emoji with it, a custom emoji, and then anything higher will bump them on the top of the page in bold as a mega donor.
Great.
And so, if there's any businesses that want to help support their name, they can put their business name on there, and I'll be gladly to put that in the acknowledgments. And then in Kiss by Mantis, there's a story arc where the bully has his own story arc, and this can be split up in a three-part trilogy. And this is deep, delving deep down in the world that Marna came from. So it's basically in her world that Gavin gets swept up into,
Hmm.
and ends up running into a mysterious girl in green, and she's secretly a mantis. Hence the word Kiss by Mantis. And it's going to be more like an enemies to lovers romance, with a little bit of a love triangle, all new characters, and just so many layers and depths of things going on. It's just an incredible story.
It is an incredible story. And if people want to donate to the GoFundMe page, how do they find out about that?
Um,
Do they just Google your name and the name of the book or something like that?
yes, I have it on my Instagram. I have actually a Patreon. It'd be under Marna Adventure Series. It's
Marna
actually,
Adventure Series. Okay.
and I just got it recently trademarked. So if you look at my shirt, this is
Y-
what the cover of the book is going to look like.
Awesome.
So I got two artists. So one artist did the illustration of the book. The second artist did my trademark and all my marketing banners and stuff like that.
It's very
Oh,
cool. It looks very anime in many ways, right? Is it influenced by anime at all?
yes, I was kind of going for the Ghibli vibe a little bit. That's why I was inspired to have the artwork that way.
Awesome. Well, it looks great. That's a cool looking t-shirt. I hope you sell a bunch of them because I think it deserves recognition and deserves approval. That's for sure. And are you thinking about a book three?
Oh, yes, there's definitely going to be a trilogy. It's in the outline process because I want to make sure this launches first. And then I've been working on a screenplay for this as well. I wrote it in about a week and a half.
Wow.
Yes. And then I talked to some producers from Anvil Productions,
Hmm.
and I had some good rapport. So my agent gets back 3 days after the interview. The interview was this past Sunday.
Hmm.
Not this Sunday, but the 2 Sundays ago. And he's telling me, I don't know what you said or did, but they were so impressed
Wow.
that out of 42 applicants in the past 6 months, I'm number three.
Wow. That's
Also,
great.
like, you know what? I'll take it, because that's a lot of promise there.
Yeah.
Um, and he's like, all right, now I need a screenplay treatment. I was like, okay. When's the deadline? Tomorrow. It was like, whoa. So it's like writing a 16 to 20 page book report in a day.
Wow.
The typing like Hamilton.
Well, I'm sure you got it done because you're a very motivated, ambitious person who with a lot of great creative ideas as well. This book, I feel, appeals to people of all ages, young, old, in between. But what is your target audience?
I'm going more for in between that 10-year-old to 16-year-old age range, mainly the Swiftie crowd, because that's who I wrote it for, was my niece. She's a big time Taylor Swift fan, just has all her albums. And it's ironic that years ago when I wrote the book and the theme for my character is sparkling orange, and then now that's the new Taylor Swift album that just came out recently.
Mm.
So it's like it's good timing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe you can bundle them together. That would be a good thing. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Now, I understand part of the story was motivated or shaped, your writing was shaped by the loss of your father-in-law. Tell us a little bit about that.
So what happened is before I wrote the sequel, my father-in-law got diagnosed with terminal cancer, and it
Mm.
was a really hard time. And on his bedside, I started writing the sequel to it was a coping mechanism.
Hmm.
For people, sometimes writing could be one of the best coping mechanisms. So, if you're having a hard time, just write. Do a story, do a song, maybe do some art, because that really does help with the coping of pain and loss. And I wrote the sequel, and unfortunately, he passed away before I could finish the first act. So then I took it to my test reader, and then she just started loving it. And I left her on a cliffhanger, and she's like, "Is there more? Is he going to survive?" I have to find out for later.
Exactly. Stay tuned. You'll find out more. Before we leave you today, let me ask you this. What message do you hope readers carry with them after they turn that last page?
Oh, well, obviously, I want to get nailed down the Monarch butterfly conservation right there, because it's nice to help them out, but you can't keep them as a pet,
Hmm.
have to be free. And, being able to um, make sure that we have our yards available. Do not spray any poisons because that's what's making them sick and killing them off. Bad enough they're in the crops and in the commercial areas. So in the residentials, we need to have little safe spaces for them. And then plant plenty of goldenrods and asters, and especially milkweed, because that's what they need in order to survive as a species. It's the only thing their baby caterpillars can eat. So that's very important to have. And they may be ugly plants, but they're essential for
Exactly.
so yeah.
Yeah. And I think the message is also is when you least expect it, you'll find miracles happen right in the palm of your hand. A
Oh
beautiful
yeah.
butterfly can turn into a beautiful girl. And that's something we all hope for and wish for in this
Oh,
life. What an amazing story. You've done such great work with this book. Can't wait to read book two, and book three is coming as well. The name of the book we've been talking about today is Marna, book one. It reminds us that friendship, imagination, and courage can light even the darkest days, and that love in all its forms is the most powerful kind of magic of all. Now, I understand that this book is going international and you're visiting a lot of great book fairs. Tell us about your work there.
Yes, my interview with Rick Brenton did so well that I got called, and I got an extra interview with you, of course, Mr. Crawford. And then they said, "Hey, we want you to do a book signing at the London Book Fair." And I was like,
Wow.
"What?" Yes, they said out of four people, I'm the top. I'm going to be one of the four people actually signing. I'm in the top three out of
Wow.
100 books, out of thousands of applicants. They're only featuring 100 books, so I was lucky to even get in there to begin with. And then the next day, I get a call, and they want me to do the LA Times Festival, and that's going to be held at the UCLA campus. And I'll also be doing a book signing there. So I'm excited for both book fairs, and that's also what helped me get a producer pitch meeting with Anvil Productions. So I've just been excited ever
Awesome.
since.
Well, I don't blame you for being excited. Those are great accolades that you're receiving. Really fun going to the London Book Fair and out to LA as well. And lots of great luck in developing this into a film or a series of films or a TV series, whatever the final concept turns out to be. Jason, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. So to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.